Thank you for clicking on this video. If you enjoy what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to stay up to date with our latest content.
And hey, don't forget, check out our Patreon where you can be part of the dream and enjoy this transaction. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the extra episode of the Microtransaction. I'm your real host, Chris, with my second real host, Liquid. Liquid, how are you doing today?
Just real hosting it up right now, you know what I'm saying? Just, hanging out, chilling. Let's see here. What anything new? I started a new position at my secondary job. More of a technical support person.
And, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just took like my first official tech calls, I guess, today. No different than the calls I was taking before. So, there you have it. Yeah, $1 more. So there you go. Schedule stays the same. Hey. Nothing changes. So yeah.
Bro, hey, yo, I need a new headset. Liquid, you got me?
I haven't got the check. Hasn't came in yet. It hasn't cleared yet.
Okay.
How about you?
Okay.
What's up with you? Anything new?
Bro, it's been myriad of emotions this week with Kingdom Hearts. Bro, can we just say how Josh is having the best week of his fucking life? For those who don't know, he's one of our #1 patrons. Well, one of our number ones. They're all our number ones. You're all our babies. Matt, you're the real number one.
Official.
But he's one of our dudes. Been there since day one.
Yeah.
And his two favorite genres are Metroid and Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
And he's having the best week of his life.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. For those who, like you said Josh, Infinite Neo, also on Twitch, is what he goes by. Check him out. But yeah, I mean, he's got a new Metroid game coming out, and he finds out, Mr. Kingdom Hearts himself, Sora, the Explorer, is coming to Kingdom Hearts, coming to Smash Brothers. And it's looking promising. Both are looking promising. Sora's looking pretty cool. Everybody's all happy. Apparently, Metroid Dread's getting good reviews. People are liking that. So yeah, everything's coming up, Josh.
Whoa! I can't believe that Metroid Prime Metroid is getting the reviews it's getting.
I think you underestimate the power of the Nintendo nerd. The problem, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you finish.
No, I was just gonna say that Nintendo nerds, they will, even if a game is not that good, they would still buy it, they would still play it, they would still love it, enjoy it. It could be a game that's like, oh man, this plays like 10 years ago, and this is a hot take, and I don't give a shit. Breath of the Wild. All right, Breath of the Wild doesn't really do anything new, groundbreaking. For Zelda, the Zelda series, 100%. You know what I'm saying? And is it the change that it needed? Maybe. I love the game. I think the game is great. But is it really doing anything different that you haven't seen it in any of their games? Maybe in the environmental stuff. Maybe you drop your swords or whatnot, that way you don't get struck by lightning, stuff like that.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't. Oh, I can climb on almost anything or everything. Okay, I guess. Yeah, that's cool.
But you can do that in an open world.
What, that you can climb on everything?
Yeah. Seriously. I can't think of anything.
I'm gonna say Grand Theft Auto. You could fly on it into anything. You could fly on top of anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Grand Theft Auto already kind of, she's not necessarily climbing, but yeah, you could get up there, on the tallest buildings and jump off of it. So I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't. This is one of those things where Nintendo fans just oh yeah, they lose their shit for the smallest things. It's like the character reveals even on Smash Brothers. People lose their shit for the dumbest and smallest of characters.
And that's another thing. Josh was surprised.
Yeah.
Of how negative you were in our Smash reaction. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. He's like, I thought you were gonna be the negative Nancy, Chris, and it was all Liquid.
No, I talked to him about it. I was like, honestly, I don't even think it was negative. I thought it was more neutral, is what I thought, but I guess not. Apparently, it didn't come across that way. Cause here's what my whole thing was, is that this is the final character. Huh? Just trolling the internet, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, just you said neutral on the internet. I see what you're saying. No, what did you just say? You hate Kingdom Hearts. You hate Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You said all those things.
Yeah, and those came out of your mouth, word for word. But no, the whole thing is I love Kingdom Hearts. I think it's great. I just felt like it was a mistake not doing a first party character. I feel like you being Nintendo, now granted though, I didn't know the impact that Sora would have hit on on that day, like when it happened. I didn't like when I got on the internet and started looking at people's reaction, like how crazy people were just like just blowing their shit, like just crazy. And so I'm happy that people got what they wanted. I think that's great. That's fantastic. But I wasn't excited because like I said, even in that video, I got my character. You know what I'm saying? This is not for me. You know, I think it's cool. I think it's great. It's just not for me personally.
Well, I thought the first party would have been safe, and I think for somehow this was even safer. Like, yo, we get Kingdom Hearts. These weebs are going to lose their shit, and they proceeded to lose their shit. I'm going to say that this is going to be the, like, purchase wise, the most purchased character in all of Smash history. I think this over Sephiroth.
I agree 100%. And the thing is, I guess my whole thing is I didn't know. For some reason, I just didn't know how much people love Kingdom Hearts. That's really what it came down to. Have
you ever been to an anime convention?
I have, and like I know, but I'm just like, oh, it's literally everybody that's in this convention here. That's the people who like Kingdom Hearts. Nowhere else. Like that's my mindset. You know, it's just so small when it comes to stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah, like you said, looking at it now, like with you know, like not hindsight, but you know, looking at it now, you know, it's already cat's out of the bag. You know, looking at it from
is hindsight.
I guess it is hindsight, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, so you know,
I was like, wait a minute, he was right.
Looking at it now, you're 100% right. I think so too. This was the safest bet. Like, and it's only I wouldn't have said that before because I didn't know the impact this character would have caused. I'm happy for people, and there was something else I was gonna say and I totally forgot. But yeah, I guess it's not that serious. I'm just gonna say the same thing. So
yeah, you know, even if it was like Master Chief or Waluigi, I don't think it would have had the, I'm gonna say, the cultural impact that it had. Man, it was so special. I was just so happy for people. And like I said in the video, spoiler alert, microtransaction spoiler alerts. I like saying that, like we, you know. Anyway, but like this is the closest I've seen the internet all come together positively or something since Pokemon Go, the summer of Pokemon Go.
Oh
like,
yeah,
we get to harness that energy for one day, for where the whole world was just like, yes,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Think about a whole other video game with a whole bunch of other beloved characters came out. I don't give a shit. All right.
Oh no, Gary, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Like top streamers were streaming, like Moist Critical, Ludwig, like they had big people playing the game.
Oh.
And it's just like, man, against each other, no one cared.
Yeah, like what was it? I was gonna say that and just the way they did it, like the trailer, how they kind of brought it was done so great. Like it was like it was magical.
Good choice of words. Anyway,
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, amazing.
Yeah,
amazing announcement.
Great.
You know, like times like moments like this, it's like, man, I hope Smash never dies. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, these moments right here, they're precious.
Yeah.
And like, you don't want these precious moments to end.
Right.
But like, you know, we still get a Empire Strikes Back version of this, because in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, by the time you guys are watching this at home, we will be able to play with Sora, and that's gonna be fun. I definitely want to dabble back into Smash. I'm like, you know what? Why don't we get me a good old Game Boy controller, the GameCube controller? Why not?
Okay, you're gonna go just full nerd. Yeah. I think that's a mistake personally. I think the GameCube controller is not all that great. I think people are.
What's it do with these
I don't care. Now that one I will die on this hill for. I'm sorry. I think the GameCube controller is terrible. I don't think it's that great. I don't know why people stick so hard to it. I think the Pro controller is better in every way, shape, or form. Yeah.
For Smash?
For even Smash, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you are
absolutely
crazy.
Like Smash.
Hear me out. I have played on a Pro controller. Now, I haven't been playing Smash nowhere near as long as you. Smash Ultimate has been my first Smash.
Okay.
So take, there's my lexicon of Smashness for the boys and girls at home. And I played, because I didn't have a Switch either. Right. I didn't have anything, so I started on the Joy-Cons. Then I didn't know about. I found out drift was real fast.
Yeah.
Because one
Oh
of the
yeah.
controllers I was sitting on was broken, and to press up tilt to do the thing, I had to kind of angle it to the side, and that
Oh.
was made it go up. And I was like, oh. And people are like, how do you play? I'm like, well, you have to angle a little to the side to do this move. That's the only way it works. And people are like, you've been playing like that the whole time? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Buy a controller? Didn't have the money. I was like, can't do it. I gotta do whatever extra you got. He's like, oh, better you than me. And I was like, okay. You still get murked by my snake.
Nice.
But and I played on the pro controller. Really liked it. It's funny because it feels like a, and I'll probably catch some heat for this. The Nintendo Pro controller,
Right.
feels like a crappy Xbox controller.
Here, as a matter of fact, speaking of pro controller, here we go. I got one right here. So yeah, and yes, I agree. It does feel like a.
Now that we're having you can have a side by side comparison. Like you can see why I say it.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Probably be at home like they don't look anything alike. To you, you're a crazy person.
Yeah, look at the sticks. Like you can see it.
Yeah, so you get what I mean.
But no,
but when I
see what
did
you're
on
saying.
GameCube, because it was a patron Liz who was just like, "Oh, I have an extra GameCube controller here," and and I was just like, and then I was like, "Oh, why the freak does this feel so right on this controller?" Bro, I was flabbergasted because I've used a GameCube controller before. Obviously I played GameCube. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was like, this controller sucks.
Yeah.
What I thought. But for something with Smash and this controller together, it's like this was made for this. And I was like, I get it now. I couldn't see before, but now I can see.
Well, I originally started with a GameCube controller, and now playing on the Pro controller, I feel like it's way better. I don't like the GameCube controller. I feel like it feels like a Fisher Price toy. It looks like a Fisher Price toy with the green and red buttons and with the big A button. Like, so I think
the yellow stick
and then little yellow, the little yellow nipple. But yeah, I guess my whole thing is just for people, I feel like the only reason why people play with it is for nostalgia reasons. Like, I know people tell me, like, no one's ever been able to convince me or give me a valid argument as to why that is the best controller to use. I feel like nobody's ever done it.
I don't know, because I feel like for the C-Stick, when I was using it for Smash, I had to switch my controllers because there's like, nerds play that way, good kids play this way. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll start playing that way. But when I was using it initially, I was using the C-Stick for all of Snake's super moves. So, like, using his, the grenade launcher, I would up, just press up.
Yeah, you flick it.
And then what was it for? The Nikita missile and the Sting and all that stuff. But I didn't realize I couldn't use Snake's go-to, which is his up kick.
Right.
And I realized, oh no, that's the best way to do it. Like, yeah, it's more work, but it'll be better.
Right.
And I was like, oh, when I was using it on the GameCube, the first time ever, I was like, oh my god, like using the stick, it just felt perfect for that. And then it feels like when I need to use that C stick, it feels great. And for some reason, I like how deep the back R2 buttons go in.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Because that bothers me, but okay.
Yeah. And I don't know, but yet again, I have to preface, never liked that controller for any other game.
Right.
Something about Smash, and that controller just works. And it is a little bit, I'm not going to say nostalgia for me, but I always take it as I remember playing Halo tournaments, looking over, seeing the smelly Smash kids, and just they're all they're just wearing the little emo shirts, trying to look cool for the tournament, but they're just holding the GameCube controller.
Right.
They're or whatever.
Or even worse, some of them holding Wiimotes. Yeah, even
remember how the angry roll, dude? Just
right.
Ever, bro.
But you're not kidding when you said smelly Smash kids. I'd even go as far as saying Nintendo nerds. Like, I'm sorry, some of those motherfuckers do not believe in hygiene. It's just it is.
Look, for me, I've only had to deal with it. I always Ani's cousin. He's sorry, the last, but had a ShadowCon, and it was the first time I was like, yo, let's go to ShadowCon. Let's go to the room, and let's go see how it is. Oh, there was a hard wall. Stench. I walked right back out. Me and Andreas went to ShadowCon one year, and it was pretty fun, by the way. This is pretty cool. And we walked right back out. We're like, oh my God. And I'm like, I know. Because me and Andres were saying, like, we always heard the joke. We didn't know it was real.
Really?
Yeah, like even, yeah, like I was like, because like even at like Tampa Never Sleeps or anything like that. Right. I guess since the community self-relegated, and the way they did that is they would make fun of each other profusely if you smelled. Right. I'm like, yo, bro, if you get into one of those tournaments and you smelled, everybody was letting everybody know. It's like, yo, if you're gonna come back and play, you gonna put some deodorant before you get in, even some Axe. You at least gotta come in with some Axe.
Yeah, for real. Because I remember like when it used to be at Play and Trade and stuff like that, like, ooh, people were smelling fierce. Like, oh my God. And even when I was at Best Buy one time and they were doing a Wii U, like showing off what the Wii U could do. This is before the Wii U came out. Oh, and those little boys and girls were just like, oh my God, reeking something fierce, bro.
See, when we used to go to cons a bunch, and by the way, guys, we will be going to cons. We'll cover some, at least some locals, because it's just a good time. Yeah. But normally we refer to it as fan funk.
Okay, I like that.
Like it's just like, yeah, and it's funny as a man, I always can spot it out. It's always the guy who he's hitting puberty and no one has told him yet, like, yo, homie, you can't do that anymore.
Right.
Like, you have to. You're becoming a man.
Yeah.
Right, but no, and you feel bad because you're like, yo, dog, you just don't have that person like to have that conversation with you. Luckily for me, I had 3 older brothers ridiculed me heavily. You smell, you stink. You have
the scars.
The older one, I mean. Hell, my dad was a dick too. One time he me.
He just sprayed you down?
It was not even with the puberty.
He just sprayed you down?
And I'm like, I just came from outside, bro.
Dude, I love how you're just like, yeah, you just came from outside and you're like, oh, what the hell? That just instantly just gets the spray, just shakes it. Just
breathe, like, yeah, go to the bathroom. Just old school Spanish people. This is why Spanish people, and another thing I want to talk about. So, I don't know if you've heard, like, but so to wrap up, fan funk is a real thing.
Yeah.
Going to Far Cry 6. Did you hear about the cockfighting?
Oh, Dylan sent me something about it, that there's cockfighting in the game.
Yes, and it looks Mortal Kombat style. And you want to know and this is a hot take, by the way, guys. Like, take it for the joke that I'm about to say, okay? Like, if you get sensitive about it, I'll fake apologize later. But I'm like, when I saw the cockfighting, I was like, oh man, I can't wait for white people to get mad about it for me.
Right. I see what you're saying. The social justice warriors.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I can't. But first of all, I am legitimately shocked. It's in the game. We, like,
really?
I know it's supposed to take place for Cuba, but Liquid, I don't know if you remember, in Puerto Rico, there was like a stadium with a giant mural. You know what I'm talking about? Where they're just like, oh yeah.
My great grandfather had a rooster that he would use for fighting. I was raised on this kind of these fights. You know what I'm saying? Like I would see this, like, oh, that's my grandfather's prized possession. Is this rooster just out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would hear stories on how they would put poison on the claws so that way it could, like, when they scratch each other, like, they get poison and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, terrible. You don't, obviously it's terrible.
No, trust us, we don't condone.
Yeah, we don't condone it, exactly. But like, if it wasn't in the game, I'd be more surprised. You know what I'm saying?
If you're, it's the truth of, like, the stuff on the islands. Like, we're Puerto Rican, just to preface it, and, like, this takes place at their make-believe Cuba,
right?
But, like, as much as we talk shit to each other, we're not that different. We're not. There's a couple key differences. Puerto Ricans, we don't wear capris. Cubans love it. I just say that because there's actually a little bodega next to my house, and, like, no matter when I go there's always one Spanish dude with the tightest jeans. He doesn't wear shorts. He needs to wear them right at the cut of his.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, right, his calves.
I don't understand why they do it, and sometimes you get extra points if they're bedazzled.
Oh.
Yeah, you can always tell they're fresh out of Cuba when
you get bonus points.
On. Like, oh, this man just got here, dog. Well, welcome to the States, baby.
But yeah, I don't, like, I get what you're saying. I also agree that people are probably gonna get mad, which I don't understand why. Like you were talking about we're talking about
why.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that, like, we're talking about a fictional island, a fictional story of, like, everything, like, everything is fake. So what are we bitching about? Like, it's just people annoy me. but whatever.
Yeah, I get that, but I understand like, oh, you're promoting cockfighting and animals fighting other animals, like, and then it's just kind of like, well, if you like, they're not real, and we're not condoning it. It's just something that does happen on the mainland of these islands. We don't talk about it, and people don't want to have the conversation. We live in Florida, and it happens here too.
Yeah, sure, it happens, dude.
You just don't have stadiums like in Puerto Rico.
And like, and another thing, like, if you're, yeah, I get it, it's animals harming animals, and boy, do I have a little game called Pokemon for you if you think that's offensive. Like, come on.
Yeah, like they're just using the, I'm like, you. I better never see you scratch attack.
Yeah, don't use scratch attack. Don't even use seismic toss. I've seen a rooster use seismic toss before. It's not fucking pretty. Yes, I have, dude. How you gonna tell me? How can I make? You think I'm making this stuff up, dude? Seismic toss. I saw it. I saw a plant use a body slam move before.
Man. Goddamn. Is that a weed reference? Body slam and you're just like...
No, that was the Bellsprout.
Okay.
This is when he's a suplex motherfuckers. City. Yeah, suplex city. Yeah, you ain't lying. Boy, Bellsprout just panning out suplexes like it's no tomorrow.
What a great episode of Pokemon that
For
is.
real.
I remember because he does the dance and it's like, you about to get...
Yes, it's like he like hypnotizes you and his like hips don't lie, like his Shakira hips, and then he just Brock Lesnar's your ass. Wow.
Yeah, because that was in the Indigo Plateau where the dude has like, all right, come on, Bellsprout. And you're like, Bellsprout?
Like, seriously?
That's what we're doing? And he just KOs the shit out of Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was the first one to get it. It was like, clap, clap.
Damn, that sucks.
I was like, The kid, I was like, yo, Bulbasaur is a soldier. Like, he's always like, you know, like, since he looks like a little dog.
Yeah, he's like, that's my guy.
You know, yeah. Official Pokemon of the Microtransaction.
No, it's not true.
Official Pokemon of the Microtransaction.
I'll take Bellsprout over him. Body slamming Bellsprout. BS.
Say some shit like that, Liquid.
What?
You can't take that kind of shit back. You can't.
He body
You
slams.
can't take that kind of shit back.
He body slams people, Chris. I love it. It looks like we're looking at each other.
Yeah, you can't take that shit
Bro,
back.
don't be pointing at me, dude. Don't fucking point at me.
I swear to God, you stand back instead of a bitch. You take everything back. You know Bulbasaur's where the money's at. The official.
Hold on.
I'm looking at me. Look at.
I'm gonna hit this guy with my bat real quick.
God.
Oh man.
But what a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, we're so stupid, dude.
But I'm seeing the reviews and stuff for this Fallout game. It's funny because Fallout. Wait.
A Far Cry.
Far Cry. I'm like, I'm not saying that right. That's not right. But seeing other people like, oh, it's more Far Cry. It's just better. And I was like, I've always been interested in playing a Far Cry game. Stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to play. I'm like, I think I am actually gonna put down the pesos and buy this game.
The same here. And like Far Cry, I'm not the biggest Far Cry fan, but like every now and then I'll come back to it, and this is one that I'm really interested in. I just love it because like this is my favorite part. The favorite thing to do in Far Cry is there's these things called outposts, right? It's just they're campsites essentially, or bases that are run by the enemy, and you can go balls to the wall, guns blazing, or you can sneak around and sneak that shit. And like you have both options, and then you have your skill attributes that you can just make it to your specific like gameplay style. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be like, oh, you'll have a this is from like Far Cry 3. I don't know if it's going to be in any of the newer ones, but well, you got to always sneak attack somebody from behind, kill them instantly. And then like, oh, with this now you can upgrade it where you not only sneak attack behind this guy, you'll take the knife from that enemy and throw it at the nearest enemy. So now you're just taking out 2 people at once. Then there's one where you can start taking out 3 people at once. So it's just like you start upgrading, and I would just love doing that shit. I was like, oh shit, I see this guy. All right, I'll choke him out, grab his knife, shut that other guy up before he sees. You know what I'm saying? Crack his neck, then proceed on to the next guy. You know, it was just cool shit like that. And it was one of the first games that I can remember like had that pinging system where you ping where all the enemies are at. It's like now it's time to go in there and take care of business. You know, so.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, and then like eventually, because like there'll be like bigger dudes that are wearing armor. You can't take those guys out from behind. You have to like really gun them down or find a way to kill them easier. But eventually, you will get an upgrade where you can kill them easier. You know what I'm saying? It's just the game progresses in that way, and I loved it.
Apparently, killing people with with a CD gun and it playing Living La Vida Loca is as fun as you would say.
Yeah, and it's okay, but cockfighting, don't you fucking get started with me on cockfighting, apparently.
Oh,
Anyways.
man. I'm interested in it. I definitely bro. I think it's gonna be a great streaming game.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think I'm gonna because I was like, man, maybe when I come back, if because post vacation, you gotta see where the finances are at. But I was just like, dog, I'm like, it would just be so much fun. Like, Viva la Revolution!
right. Nah, I feel you.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Nah, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm excited for it.
I was like, ooh, because now I'm in a weird place where I'm starting to think of games as like, would this be fun to stream? So
there you go.
I don't know, but Liquid, how much time we got left? I don't even know.
So we're about 24 minutes in.
Okay, I want to do a quick thing. We did talk about it.
Okay.
And I do want to bring it up. So like, I wanted to play a fun little game. We never really got into it, but like a would you rather. And I found a couple. This is I'm gonna jump around. There's each section. This is let me start off. I scrolled way down. Hold on.
Go ahead, take your time. I'll entertain
I'm
people.
gonna go with the best would you rather. Okay, Liquid, are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather be a genius, know everything, or be amazing at any activity you tried?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with amazing at any activity I tried. Like,
why is that, Liquid?
just because, like, so I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I think those will just like scratch that itch like in a tremendous way. Like being a genius, I think that would be great as well. But it just doesn't sound as fun to me. But I don't think there's no wrong answer. But go ahead.
See, I think there is a wrong answer because being a genius. Have you ever actually talked to someone who was actually super smart?
Come off as a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't communicate with the person.
You can't have a conversation.
Too smart. He's like, you feel like the disconnect. It's like when someone uses too many big words and you're just like, you can't identify like, oh, is he trying to just like hear himself talk and he's just bragging, or being braggadocious?
But
you know what I'm saying? Like,
counter argument, if I'm amazing at everything, I think talking would be included in that. So I think I can have a conversation with a genius.
Yes. Oh, well, that is true. You would be able to have I guess you could be, but you wouldn't know everything.
No, I wouldn't.
Would you rather dine alone or watch a movie by yourself?
Ooh, man, this one's a good one. I like this one. I've dined alone before. I've never watched a movie by myself. But I have watched a show, like a stage show by myself. And I had a hell of a time. I feel like that's more entertaining than eating, so I'm gonna go with the movie.
You know, I did both. Night.
Yeah. Wait, on the same night or two separate nights?
No, I did both, like all in one night.
Oh,
I took myself out. I was like, you know what? Batman v Superman just came out.
Oh.
And everybody was busy, and I'm like, I need to watch this movie now because this was in like I want to say like I was immersed in the DC universe at this time. Like it was my jam, and I was like, I need to see how bad this movie or how good this movie's gonna be.
Right.
Luckily, it was a great movie. But just like, all right, let's watch it. And I watched it, and then after that, I got dinner, came home, right? Do you think that's gonna be the night? I get a call from your brother Frank, like at 10 o'clock at night, like, yo, bro, you want to watch this Batman v Superman movie? And I just got home, and I was like, yes, let's go watch it. And he paid for me to go the next time to go with him. And I was like, and I told him after the movie, I'm like, that's the second time I've seen that today. And he's like, what?
And you thought it was a great movie?
When I tell people that the movie was bad, people are like, oh, you just didn't watch enough. And I was like, opening night, I saw it twice in the same day.
Oh, okay.
All nerds was just shut the fuck up.
So you were kidding when you said it was a great movie?
Oh, being sarcastic. It was not a good movie.
I did not catch it. I'm like, wait, he thought it was a great movie? I'm like, I didn't think it was all that great. Okay.
Batman Superman was not a good movie.
No.
Can't stress that enough. Would you rather be the richest person in the world or be immortal?
I'm gonna go with Immortal. Only because, like, being rich sounds fun as hell, but being immortal, like, I would love to see history. Like I just want to see just more shit play out. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how bad this world could absolutely. Like we think it's bad now. I think let's see 20 years, 50 years, 100 years from now, this place is gonna suck. So yeah, I want to see that. I want to see it burn down in the future.
Technically speaking, we are living in the best time of humanity.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure it's all perspective. Like it's not even like when somebody says, "Oh yeah, it sucks." Like when you're probably comparing like one thing, like one subject over the course of years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like if you look at everything overall, yeah, like you said, I'm sure you're right.
Because you think about it, like, what was the last time you were like, man, someone might murder and rape my apartment complex because it's night.
I don't know, Chris. Have you seen the hood that I live in, bro?
Seen the hood you live in, motherfucker. Where do you think I got this from?
It's a battle.
All right. But also pick Immortal though.
Nice.
Would you rather wear pants 3 sizes too big or shoes 3 sizes too small?
Ooh. Okay, so here's the thing. I've actually done both.
Oh god damn it.
Yes. Now here's something I've done both. So I wore the baggy ass pants that don't fucking fit. I'm talking about I put the belt on and like the crotch area is all crumbled up because like the loopholes from the belt are like trying to get like closer together to just stay on my waist. Yeah, and then I've worn the shoe sizes too small. I'm gonna go with the pants. Oh, and the reason why I wore the shoes is too small is because it was like the very last pair, and I really wanted these sneakers, and they look so dope. And yeah, I would just wear like the thinnest socks, is what I would wear with them. They didn't do much of a difference because like every time I would take off those shoes, my feet were just like barking. Those motherfuckers were just like, bro, don't you dare put us back. And then I would just put them right back on. Like I would go to restaurants or like the movies and I would take off my shoes after I sat down. It was that bad, dude. Like I look back at it now, I'm like, whoa, that was terrible. So I wouldn't want to do the shoes. I would do the pants over the shoes.
I would agree because I know I'm 5'9", but I have a size 13 shoe. To me, trying to fit a size 13 shoe in size like a size 10 is literally impossible.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. I'd just be walking barefooted. Or rather, would just wear the clothes too baggy. Alright. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with past. I want to see like what do my ancestors look like where do I like actually come from, that sort of thing. I think I would go with the past over the future.
What if you find out that your ancestors used to be like 7 feet tall?
Oh dude, I'd be like, bro, you whoever you hooked up with, you fucked up. I'm like, man, your genes fucking terrible. You got some terrible fucking genes. Them weak ass bitch ass genes. The fuck is wrong with you? You let these short motherfuckers get the better of your genes.
Okay. Oh man, I honestly, just because me being Spanish, I don't want to go to the past at all. Dog, it is not good for anyone who ain't white, dog. Don't do it. If you are brown, anything before like the 80s, don't go.
Okay.
Not good. All right, that's a public service announcement. Okay. Oh man. All right. Would you rather lose your ability to speak or lose the ability to hear?
Whoa. Speak or hear? I love to talk, and sometimes I feel like I hear too much. So I'd rather lose the ability to hear.
I agree, because I'm like, talking is the only thing I'm halfway decent at. I can't lose that,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
and what am I gonna do? Become a carpenter? I don't know how to do that. Get out of here.
And then I can use the excuse like when Ani's like, "Hey, are you listening to me?" I could just be like, hello, I can't hear." Like, jeez.
Respect my condition.
Right.
Would you rather experience the world beginning or ending?
Beginning. I would like to see what the world looks like before man destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to see it like just start off. I want to see the starting point.
Yeah, I agree, because I think the end of the world is gonna be like terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now that I think about it, like I know the world at the beginning is like this beautiful thing, right?
Right.
But I want to feel the solace of like the loop, like seeing the closure of space and time sink back into itself. How is that to go from the universe being ever so expansive, like, because when you think about the universe is built like technically like this, like flat surfaces, it was built like that, and I had to go back to like less than a molecule.
Right.
If that theory holds up, that's what they say.
Yeah, I got you.
See how that would be, and if like, what if at that time we're having multi-generation? Like, we figured out the multiverse is actual thing, and we can travel within each other, and all dimensions are ending all at one time.
Oh, you're saying all of them are closing out at one time? All the dimensions? Hold on, we may have to take a break.
Or we just wrap up the show. Wrap up the show, Liquid.
All right, I'll wrap it up here. All right, so being as how the camera's messing up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show. Thank you all for watching here. I guess we really have nothing else to say. That was kind of just our opinions there of, just a little, ask me, and not an ask me anything, but you know what I mean. Anyways, whatever. Love each other. Take care. Above all else, be cool. We'll see you next week when Chris is back from Chicago.